Hey guys, Natalie Fleming. So today we're going to talk about how to do single arm swings. So you can do these with your regular bat, and if you do, you'll just scoot your hand up to the top of the grip. We actually have a small bat that we let our kids that we hit with use. I think it's actually a T-ball bat. So it's just a little easier to control with one hand. And then they don't have to choke up. So clearly this bat gets used a whole lot. The grip is a little rough on it, but that's okay. We'll regrip it. Keep a lookout. I had made a video over regripping a bat. Okay, so with the single hand swings, we will do bottom hand and top hand. Okay, it's good to do both. So the bottom hand, bottom hand would just be literally the bottom hand that you hold the bat with. Okay, when you do the bottom hand swings, you will keep your bottom hand on the bat. So your off hand, I always have the kids put it on your opposite hip just because it kind of helps keep your shoulders where they need to be. Okay, so now when we swing with just our bottom hand, this focuses on not pulling our shoulder out too quick. So we use it a lot on the kids who pull that front shoulder out a little too fast. So they can kind of feel as they're going, it has to be more hand and barrel rather than trying to rip everything with that front shoulder. And then the other thing it is good for is feeling your extension pushing through the ball. Okay, so typically when we have kids do the single hand swings, we usually always have them stop at extension. You can follow around, but we usually have them just go ahead and stop at extension so they can feel that position. Okay, so when you do the bottom hand swing, like I said, bottom hand's holding the bat, top hand just go ahead and put it on the opposite hip. Then from here, so try to feel when you go. It'll just be step, pull the elbow, knob, and then snap straight through the ball. Trying to think, get inside it. Shoulder stays in, feel your extension. So it'll look there when you go, okay? So as you do that, like I said, really fight that front shoulder. And then we sometimes too will have kids do it if their front shoulder is really pulling out. We'll have them do a couple of them where they're here and nothing moves besides this arm. Okay, so they'll be here, they'll take their step, and then they'll just feel the elbow and the knob go and try to keep the whole body in. So obviously when you swing, we know you swing with your hips, okay? But that is a good way to try to overemphasize keeping that front shoulder from pulling out. So once they do a couple where they're here and just their arm goes and they're feeling that hand path that they need to be taking, that's when we'll tell them, okay, now go ahead, add in the leg work, and they'll be here and driving through the ball, okay? Okay, so that would be your bottom hand. So now when you switch to your top hand, you'll put, okay, again, just your top hand on the bat. So then again, with the bottom hand, you'll just put it on your opposite hip. So now think the top hand, when we swing to a single hand with our top hand, we're thinking more hand path to the ball. Okay, so that's where we're thinking, not letting our hands drop. We're trying to think straight down to the ball. And then again, you can feel pushing through it. The bottom hand and top hand. So whenever you push through this as you're going to extension with your top hand, your single hand, you want to think we're straight line down to the ball, but then that top hand, palm stays facing the sky as you push to extension. So with this, we'll be here in our stance. There, and you see, as I finished my swing, my palm here is still facing the sky. So if I open my actual hand, my palm would be facing the sky. So there you know that I pushed through the ball and I didn't roll my wrist too quickly. And then you saw also as I went that straight line down to the ball. So there's lots of good in single hand swings. We use them a whole lot. With kids, back when I played at Mizzou, I used them a whole lot, okay? It's a great drill to do, so start adding that in your regimen. Cool. Okay, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment below. Thanks.